Hi, seniors. I wanted to record this video of me reading my of paper for you. I titled this one of What They Know About You Now. Typically, you hear cliched bashing between and across generations, the okay boomer retort to stereotype of spoiled tech-indulged millennials, and always the older generations griping about today's teens. Well, in recent months, I feel that America has come to understand something a little different and a lot more respectful about what we can say about today's teens. Who cares that you've never used a rotary telephone or made a mixtape cassette because you were born after the year 2001? One thing I've always enjoyed about working with high schoolers is that I get to know you for how you are, how your generation is, and not just what other adults would like to complain about and believe about teens. And every year of my 12 years of teaching, I watch the seniors graduate and know that the future is in excellent hands. And I'm not worried for my future because I know that a lot of amazing young people will be at the helm of the many ships that drive our great nation. This year, however, feels more. I get the feeling that even more so than the graduating classes I've watched walk out of WKHS in the past, that your generation, your class, and you are even more serious about making change, even more filled with determination to get your slice of the pie, and even more aware that you will lead with a different mindset than the generations that preceded you. You, the graduating class of 2020, have been forged by what you cannot have. In fact, because of when you were born, you know no other way. Born shortly after the attacks of 9/11, you don't know a world without war in Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan. You only know about airports with security, screening, and suspicion. If you visit a national landmark, you know that threat level orange is usually in place. Moving through the ranks of elementary school during the Great Recession, your idea of normal was built upon your family's dinnertime conversations about job cuts, job losses, neighbors losing their homes, and the need to practice thrift, something my generation, who came of age in a time of economic prosperity and economic booms, was not used to. But you are. In middle school and high school, you were surrounded by and became familiar with the language of the opioid crisis. You made decisions for yourself based on what you saw happening to friends and families. You know, as we all witnessed it, that addiction happens in every neighborhood and no one is immune. You saw the suffering, heard the numbers of the reports of deaths rise across Ohio, and knew that this cycle had to be broken. You also climbed through the ranks of the upper grades while school shootings were on the rise. You know the feeling of quiet anxiety during lockdown drills, because we all now know that no community is immune. School shootings and drills never felt normal, but became a normal part of your experience. Again and again, you had to give up what you wanted, to sacrifice some personal experiences and freedoms because of the larger events swirling in the world around you. And now, finally, on what was supposed to be a celebration of accomplishments and commencement, you once more submit to the new order of normal due to the pandemic of COVID-19. You don't even complain that much. You shrug your shoulders and resignedly say, it is what it is, because for you, giving things up that the older generations have taken for granted is what you've always done. Your final months of high school and now your graduation are no less meaningful because we didn't have them together. And this essay is not meant to bemoan what you've gone through. Rather, it's to recognize and respect your experience and your qualities. I see you and I celebrate you for all that you are: tough, resilient, stoic, hardworking, goal-oriented, practical, solution-focused, and intent on change. Because of your experience, you don't accept bull from anyone. You don't need a sugarcoating for the truth, and you meet challenges head on. You are ready to form your own agenda. You make practical and economic choices. You expect and give transparency and truth. Even when I met you in the fall, you each already had an idea of what you wanted to do after high school. You were working toward goals and determining the most beneficial path to get there. I am, once again, and maybe even more so, proud of and excited by what you and your generation will bring to the table and the ways in which you will lead. Your experience has forged a new ethic for a new era. And all of our futures are in amazing hands because of your perspective, your experience, and your determination to show the world what you know. So thank you for letting me be your teacher. Thank you for letting me to get to know you. And thank you for providing the leadership that you will for my future. It's in great hands, and I know it. Thank you.